Okay guys, so this is the last video that I'm going to make. This one's about the limiting reactant, right? Remember, the limiting reactant is the reactant that runs out first. It limits the reaction. You can't produce any more product once the limiting reactant has run out, right? Like if you were making a sandwich and you have 1,000 pieces of bread and 3 slices of meat, you cannot make 1,000 sandwiches, 1,000 meat sandwiches, right? You can make 3. So the meat would be your limiting reactant. So what we wanted to make sure you guys understood with this limiting reactant concept is the particle diagram, right? There's ways to do it, and you do all kinds of math, and it's like a ton of stoichiometry problems, but you're just going to have to look at a particle diagram, make your products with your reactants, and figure out which one you're running out of first. Okay? So water is formed according to this following reaction. H2 plus O2 produces water. To balance it, you end up with this. And this is a particle diagram of your H2s and your O2s. Okay? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 moles of H2 and only 2 moles of O2. Right? Because a mole is the whole thing. Yes, you have 2 atoms of H in there, but it's 1 mole. Okay? So which reactant is limiting? Which is going to run out first? So for every 2 H2s, I need 1 oxygen. So I'm going to start crossing out substances that I'm going to use to make waters. Okay? So for every 2 waters, I'm going to cross out an oxygen. I'm sorry, for every 2 H2s, I'm crossing out an oxygen. There's a water. There's 2 H2s and 1 oxygen. There's a water. There's 2 H2s and an oxygen. There's a water for the products. There's 2 H2s and an oxygen. So I'm out of oxygens. I cannot form any more waters. But I have 2 moles of H2 left. Okay, so which one did I run out of first? You run out of O2. Runs out first. It is your limiting reactant. Okay? How many moles of water can you form from the given reactant? So how many did I form? If I formed 1 here, I'm just going to do it like this. 2 here, 3 here, and 4 here. That's where I ran out of oxygens. I can form 4 moles of H2O from these particles. Okay, if I want to use these H2s to form more waters, I've got to add more oxygen. Okay, so I don't want to leave you there. I've been just like doing one with you and then turning off the video, but I'd like to do one more with you. It says sketch the particle diagram for the reaction. Okay, so you have Fe plus Cl2 produces FeCl3. So let's get it balanced first. So 2 Fe's, that is a single atom, right? So I'm just going to have 2 irons. There's an iron and there's an iron. I'm going to label it for you, but you don't have to do that. And then I have 3 moles of Cl2. Okay, 1 mole of Cl2 looks just like that, just like your H2 and your O2. And I have 3 of those. I'm going to make those shaded. Okay, and then I have 2 moles of FeCl3. So FeCl3 is going to be an iron with 3 fluorines. And I've got 2 of those. So this is what the particle diagram looks like on your balanced chemical reaction. Now, let's say I have 10 moles of iron and 10 moles of Cl2. So this is no longer a balanced chemical reaction. This is just in the lab, you have 10 moles of iron and 10 moles of chlorine. So I'm going to draw 10 irons. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 10 Cl2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. how many FeCl3s can I make? So I'm going to make these. I need 1 iron and 3 chlorines for every compound. So I'm going to cross them out as I use them. Okay, so I'm going to use 1 iron and 3 chlorines. 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 Okay, so I need an iron and 3 more chlorines to make the next iron chloride, and I only have 2 chlorines. So I don't have enough to make my compound. So I'm done. I ran out of chlorine. Okay, so how many iron chloride compounds can be produced? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 moles of iron chloride. Which reactant, iron or chlorine, is limiting? Which one did I run out of first? I ran out of my chlorine. Okay, so my iron is my excess reagent, and my chlorine is my limiting reagent. So I wish I could put one more on here for you to try yourself, but I didn't. So there's lots of practice problems in the packet that we did. It looks like this. You picked it up either Thursday or Friday of last week. There's plenty of limiting reactant practice problems in here if you need more practice. Alright guys, good luck studying for your quiz, which is on Wednesday the 27th. Okay, and then I'll be back on Thursday and we'll start reviewing for our 9 weeks.